Hi, this is KC from KC Grandpa Tech, where we talk about tech, fun stuff, and much, much more. Hey, I got another how-to video, and that's basically how to set up your laptop and lighting and all of that and things to avoid. With COVID-19, a lot of people being pushed back to go back at home to work. So let's get to it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and let's have some fun.
So as you can see, this is the typical home office that you look or watch somebody recording with. As you can see, behind me there's a window. And that window is bringing in light, which is throwing off some bad shadowing going at the same time. The other thing that's happening is I'm looking down at the laptop, and your people who are looking at you are not getting the best picture or the best situations. And as you can see, there's also problems in the lighting inside of the video because of bad lighting. So I'm going to go and address some of these situations, and let's fix them. Let's get that started right now. So what I have done here is I've taken my laptop and put it on a laptop stand. And then they have all kinds of different laptop stands. This one, and what it does is it brings the laptop camera more in line with my face. So now when we look at our picture coming out of the camera, you can see that it's more in line with the camera. Now, of course, one of the things you have to remember to do is look at this. The biggest thing you're doing is zoom as you tend to look down, and you need to look up. So that's fixing the first problem. Now, if you don't have, you can use a couple of books and raise up the laptop. Or one way, and I'm going to show you something really quick, is a simple cookbook holder. I mean, how much simpler can you get? And you're stuck home, you don't have one, okay, you can either use a couple books, you take a simple cookbook holder, you pop it up to the right size, and you're good to go. So that's problem solved number one. Let's go on to lighting. Now the next thing you would try to do is, obviously, is to turn your laptop away from the sunlight. Alright, or put the shades on. But you do want the room light in there. So that will help in the situation of lighting. Right? But as you can see, the built-in webcam that's inside the laptop isn't the greatest, or is the microphone. Now you have a couple of different choices that you can get. One would be, of course, that you can take get yourself another webcam, and that would work too. But we're going to talk about using what you have and what you can use. Well, let me show you something really quick. Another way you could do it, again, if you didn't have anything in the house available, what you can do, you can see I took a little, this is a $6 lamp that I happen to have in the house, a rechargeable LED lamp that I picked up at one of the bargain stores. And I can turn it on, and that will help with the backfill a little bit. And as I can increase the brightness, it'll get way too much, and I can adjust it away, moving it. But you get the idea of using lighting. But what do you have around the house that can work? Let me show you another way. So as we're talking about lighting, remember my first thing I said, you need to be talking into the camera, looking at the dot. Now, one of the problems you may notice, that, like I said, is that there's some kind of haze occurring. And you're looking, I don't know what's causing it. And usually it's coming from the lighting of somewhere. Sometimes it can be coming from the window. Sometimes it can be coming, in this case, it's coming from the overhead lighting. So in which case, you'll need to do something. And as you can see, I put my hand over, and the problem goes away. So let's find a solution to that. So now obviously we have this overhead lighting that's giving us a problem. So all I'm going to simply do is take an envelope and create a shield. Now I can bend the envelope to reduce the amount of lighting that's coming onto the monitor. Let's show you what it looks like without and with. And with a little adjustment, you can get that really much better. Now, remember I said to you, I still have the problem with the sun that's on this side. And that is giving me a nice lighting. So if I turn my laptop away from the sun, and you can see it, the lighting or the picture is getting much better. Obviously, I have another situation, and that situation, of course, is that my background may not meet the standard that you want to live by. But we'll talk about that in just a second. Now, you fixed most of the problems, lighting, the haze, okay, but what other problems are you having? And that, of course, is that the microphone inside of the laptop generally tends to be of less of quality than you might like. Now, one solution is to get yourself a pair of gaming headset and plug that in. And depending on your laptop, you may need an adapter. I did a whole thing about adapters and microphones. You can watch that video again on Casey Grandpa Tech. You can see different types of microphones, different types of adapters, and that would solve one of your situations. Okay, and then of course what you can see is I have behind me is I have a Microsoft webcam that happens to be the live cam, and so you could use that internally, externally. You can put it up, mount it on top of the laptop. You can mount it on, like I have it on a scissor jack with a ring light, which gives me the best kind of situational light. Now the question last, of course, is that suppose you don't have a great background, and we've all seen that problem where the kid walks in and behind him, or the room just isn't right. So what can you do to fix that kind of a situation? And that is commonly known as Chroma Key, and I did a whole video on that, which you can check out. And basically what you need is a screen. They have all kinds of different ones, portable ones. They can pop on your chair, they can stand, and then you can put any type of background you like. Let me show you what that looks like right now. So what I've done is, as you can see, the screen is behind me. I have my microphone, and I'm using a small light, a circular light, to light it up. Now if I go over here, and I'm going to just transition so you can see this a little bit. And so what you're going to do to get your Chroma Key started, you're going to go to your main camera, you're going to right click it, you're going to go to filters, and you're going to go to Chroma Key. Okay? And initially it won't be there, but if you hit plus, you'll find the Chroma Key and you'll add it. Now this, if you notice in the background of where this is going, I can adjust this back and I can adjust the color, and you'll need to play with this. But I also have in the background the Chroma Key. So let's just go forward until I can get it.
Okay, we'll close that, and let me show you what I just did. And as you can see, I now have my chroma keys activated. Now, obviously, the lighting isn't as good. You need some really good bright lighting. I recommend you don't have lighting behind the green screen or above the light, because if I turn, let's see, if I turn on the lighting in the room, Alexa, turn on the master light. Alexa, turn on the master light. Okay, you can see the light from behind me is now showing up, but it's still working. Alexa, master light off.
Okay.
Now, in the your
know that one.
also, as you're looking at, you can see I have some fireworks running on behind me, and as you adjust the chroma key behind you, you'll notice that will get better. Now, I can also, depending upon which image I'm using, okay, if I reverse these two images, let's see if I can get it to work for you. Oh, yes. If I can get the other image, but no. You'll need to play with this. That little chroma key, and you'll adjust the hues, and you'll get it exactly the way you want it. But this is basically, like I said, the final tutorial on how to do green screen. And as you can see right now, it appears that I'm in a room with fireworks and things like that. If I were to play with it some more, transition it, and okay, and come back. Oops. Now I'm in a spaceship. So depending upon the background and what you're doing, you can really have some fun with this. Put yourself in the newsroom, put yourself in a spaceship, put whatever background, or if you're working from home, putting a green screen, you could put up anything so that you're with the green screen up. The kids, if you have kids running around behind you, you can't be seen. If you have anything going on behind you, only they can see is the image that you're displaying behind what you're doing. So that being said, I hope that has been helpful for you. That's a basic setup and some basic tips about using your laptop and things you can do with it when you're doing either live streaming or you're doing a web broadcast or whatever you happen to be using your webcam for. The most important, like I said, first thing is your laptop should be able to have a good internet connection, pretty steady. You'll need to set it up, of course, with your whatever software you're using to get the least amount of lag, and that's very important. I did a whole video about that. You want to bring the laptop up, the webcam up, so that it's near your eye level. Otherwise, what happens is people are looking up your nose and everything else, and you don't want that. The other thing, unfortunately, a lot of the webcams are not low light quality, and you get a lot of grain inside there, and you can choose to use a webcam. I did a whole series on that, which will explain to you the different webcams and things you can use. Like I said, I happen to have a Microsoft LifeCam inside of on a scissor mount that's on a table stand that's also connected inside of a circle light for lighting. You can buy lighting. You can use whatever lamps or lighting that you have around. I happen to just to show you that you could use a $6 light to do a fill light, or you can buy a professional fill light. They run from $20 to $200. But the most important thing is that you take into account where you are and the lighting that you're doing. As I showed you, you don't have to be fancy. I just took an envelope, folded it in half, put it behind the laptop, and that was able to shade the overhead lighting so that you didn't get the haze. You could do the same thing if you have a lighting coming this way. You might take something and put it on the side of the laptop so that the lighting doesn't hit the screen, because all the webcams seem to reflect any ambient light and will give you a consideration that you won't know. I use the word consideration. It's just the best thing to say. They just make your life miserable. I hope this has been helpful for you. Basically, it's a simple how-to and some things to look out for. I have a complete series on lighting, webcam, green screen. I just showed you one segment of one of my green screen segments. You can do just about anything with your system. Just need to take the time and learn how to take advantage of what you have, because you can do so many things. I mean, I was in fireworks for 1 minute, and the next thing you know, I was flying in a spaceship. So again, this is Casey from Casey Grandpa Tech out. And until next time, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And have a great day.